Hello everyone, my name is Akash Patel and welcome to my presentation on AWS Core Service, Amazon EC2, Amazon S3 and IAM. So this presentation is part of my database design and development and follow my AWS Certified Machine Learning Engineering Associate Learning Journey. So today we will discuss three important AWS services that uh, form the foundation of many cloud environment. We will learn about Amazon EC2, Amazon S3, and AWS IAM. These services help organization build application, store information, and manage cloud resources and improve security inside AWS environments. Understanding these core services is important because they support modern cloud systems and future machine learning environments. So let's begin. So before starting, let's quickly review our learning objective. So by the end of this presentation, we will understand the purpose of Amazon EC2 and how cloud computing resources are provided through white, virtual servers. We will also explain Amazon S3 storage concepts and understand why cloud storage has become important in AWS environment. Another objective is understanding AWS identity identity and access management, also called IAM, and learning its role in cloud security. We will also recognize how AWS core service support modern cloud applications and future machine learning systems. Finally, we will understand how EC2, S3, and IAM work together inside AWS environments. Now let's begin by introducing AWS core services. So AWS provides multiple cloud server services that help organizations build, manage, and deploy application efficiently. AWS offer hundred of services, but today we will focus on three important services. The first service is Amazon EC2. Amazon EC2 provides virtual computing resources inside AWS cloud environments. Instead of purchasing physical servers, organization can create virtual servers directly in AWS. The second service is Amazon S3. So Amazon S3 provide highly scalable cloud storage for file and applications data. Organization use S3 to store documents, backups, datasets, and application resources securely. The third service is IAM. IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. IAM helps organizations securely manage users permissions and access control. Security is extremely important in cloud environments, and IAM help organizations protect cloud resources. Together, EC2, S3, and IAM create an important foundation for cloud infrastructure and machine learning environments. These services work together to help organizations build reliable and secure cloud systems. Now let's discuss Amazon EC2, which stand for Elastic Compute Cloud. So Amazon EC2 is cloud computing service provided by AWS that allowed user to create a virtual server inside AWS infrastructure. Instead of purchasing physical hardware, organizations can use EC2 to access computing resource directly from the cloud. Think about a company building a website. So traditionally, the company may need to purchase server, networking equipments, and storage systems. So this process can become expensive and require ongoing maintenance, which Amazon EC2 organizations can launch virtual servers within a minute. Companies only use the resources they need. Organizations commonly use EC2 for server several purposes. First, EC2 can host applications. For example, websites, business applications can run on EC2 servers. Second, EC2 supports software workloads. Organization use EC2 to run business systems, analytics tools, and development environments. Third, EC2 process data. Applications often need computing power to analyze information and perform operations. EC2 can support these requirements. Another important use is machine learning environments. Machine learning workloads often require large computing resources, and EC2 help organizations scale computing capability efficiently. EC2 can also provide important benefits. One benefit is flexible scaling capabilities. Organization can increase or decrease computing resource depending on workload requirement. Another benefit is multiple instance type of options. AWS provide different server configuration depending on business needs. EC2 also reduce infrastructure maintenance responsibilities. AWS manages underlying hardware so organization can focus more on applications and business operations. For example, a company can deploy an online shopping website using EC2 without purchasing physical servers. This improves flexibility and reduce infrastructure complexity. Let's move to the next slides. Now let's understand EC2 instance types and scalabilities. AWS provide multiple instance categories depending on workload requirements. So different applications require different computing resources. AWS allowed organization to choose instance type based on service business model. The first category is general purpose instance. This provides balanced computing, memory, and networking resources. General purpose instances are commonly used for website development systems and business applications. The second category is compute optimized instance. So these are designed for performance processing tasks. Applications that require heavy computation often benefit from these instance types. Example include a scientific computing and analytics workload. The third category is memory optimized instance. So these are designed for application requiring large memory resources. For example, include database and advanced analytic systems. Another important concept is scalability. Scalability means organization can increase or reduce computing capacity depending on application demands. For example, imagine an online shopping website during a holiday sale. Uh, Customer traffic may increase efficiently. AWS allows organization to quickly add computing resources after traffic decrease. Organization can reduce resources again. This flexibility improves performance while helping organization control operational costs. Let's move to the next slides. Now let's discuss Amazon S3. Amazon S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. It is AWS object storage service used for storing files and application data. Cloud storage has become extremely important because organizations generate large amount of information every day. Amazon S3 helps organizations stores and manage this information efficiently. Organizations commonly use S3 in multiple ways. So the first use is dataset storage. Large dataset can be stored securely inside S3 environment. The second use is backup. Organization create a backup to protect important information. S3 provides a reliable storage solution for backup systems. Another use is application file. Application often require image, videos, documents, and configuration files. S3 can securely store these resources. Organizations also use S3 for cloud-based storage system. S3 provides several important benefits. The first benefit is high durability. AWS designed S3 to protect stored information, and improve reliability. The second benefit is scalability. Organization can store increased amount of information without purchasing additional infrastructure. Security capability are another major advantage. AWS provides secure feature that help organization protect stored information. S3 also integrate easily with other AWS services. For example, machine learning datasets can be stored inside Amazon S3 before training machine learning models. So this makes S3 an important service for cloud computing and machine learning environments. So next we continue. Let's discuss about S3 storage classes. So AWS provide different storage classes inside Amazon S3 depending on business requirements. Not all information is accessed the same way. Some files are used frequently, while other files may only be needed occasionally. AWS storage class help organization balance performance and storage costs. The first storage class is S3 standard. S3 standard is designed for frequently accessed file. Organization commonly stored active application file, business documents, and frequently used information inside S3 standard. Because these files are accessed often, fast availability become important. The next storage class is S3 intelligent tiering. This storage class automatically move data depending on usage pattern. So for example, if certain files are not accessed often, AWS can automatically place them into lower cost storage option. This help organization optimize storage cost without manually managing data or movement. Another important storage class is S3 standard infrequent access. This option is designed for information that is not used regularly but still need fast access when required. Example include backup files or archived business documents. Storage classes help organization improve operational efficiency. Instead of storing everything in the same storage category, business can choose options that balance cost, optimization, and performance requirements. This flexibility is one reason why Amazon S3 has become an important cloud storage services. Let's move to the next slides. So now let's discuss AWS IAM. IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. IAM help organization manage access permissions inside AWS accounts. Security is one of the most important responsibility inside cloud environment. Organization must control who can access cloud resources and what actions user can perform. IAM provides several important capabilities. The first capability is users are individual identity that access AWS resources. For example, employee inside an organization may receive separate AWS user account. The next capability is groups. Groups are collection of users that share permissions. Instead of accessing permissions individually to every employee, organization can assign permission to groups. For example, developers may belong to one group while administration belong to another. The third capability is policies. So policies are rules controlling access to AWS services. Policies determine what actions user can perform inside AWS environments. For example, one employee can may only have permission to viewing storage information while another employee can modify cloud resources. IAM improves security by helping organization properly manage resource accesses. Strong identity management become extreme important as organizations continue growing cloud environments. Let's move to the next slides. So now let's understand how EC2, S3, and IAM work together inside AWS environments. So AWS service rarely operate independently. Organizations often combine multiple AWS services to build secure and scalable systems. Let's review a simple example workflow. First, data can be stored inside Amazon S3. Organization use S3 to secure, store, file, applications information, and datasets. Next, application process information using EC2 resources. EC2 provides the computing power needed to run applications and process workloads. IAM controls security permissions. IAM determine who can access cloud resources, what action user can perform. Let's imagine a machine learning example. An organization store machine learning dataset inside Amazon S3 and EC2 instance process information and support model training activities. IAM control security permissions to ensure only authorized user can access machine learning resources. Together, EC2, IS3, and IAM create secure, scalable, and reliable cloud environments. These services help organizations build systems that support analytics, applications, and future machine learning environments. Understanding how AWS services work together in extremely important when learning cloud computing foundations. Let's move to the next slides. So now let's review the important concept from today's presentation. First, EC2 provides computing resource through virtual cloud servers. Organizations use EC2 to host application, process workloads, and support cloud systems. Second, Amazon S3 provides scalable cloud storage capabilities. Organizations use S3 for file backups, datasets, and cloud storage solutions. Third, IAM management permissions third, IAM manages permissions and account security. Identity and access management help organization improve cloud security and cloud resources accesses. We can learn that AWS core service help organizations build secure and reliable cloud environments. Finally, EC2, S3, and IAM form an important foundation for AWS architecture and future machine learning environments. Learning these services create a strong foundation for advanced AWS technologies. So this brings us to the end of today's presentation on AWS core services, Amazon EC2, Amazon S3, and IAM. Thank you for watching this presentation and supporting this AWS learning journey. I hope these presentations help explain AWS core services and cloud computing concept in a simple and understandable way. If this presentation was helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to support AWS learning and technology education. I would also like to give a special thanks to my professor, Dr. Victor Govindaswamy, for guidance, encouragement, supports, and helping students strengthen practical cloud computing and technology skills. Thank you everyone for your time and attention. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.